What's up everyone? Good morning. I'm Sebastian. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to work on a lower body routine for stretching, mobility, and recovery. The first thing we're going to want to do is grab our foam roller to start to roll out the lower body, okay? For the first exercise, we're going to start by rolling out our quads. And you're going to want to roll out for a few seconds, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute each leg. And from here, I'm going from my knee all the way to about the top of my hip and quad area. And you can go ahead and twist. It's another way to find little spots on the leg that might be sore and have tension. Go ahead and switch to the other side. And if you feel it's too much pressure, just use your arms and leg, your supporting leg, to help take some of the pressure off of the leg. And if you find any spots that are particularly really sore or tense, go ahead and stay there for a few good breaths. And then roll alongside that area for a bit. The next muscle group we're going to start to roll out is going to be our hamstrings. So go ahead and come on up. And again, you're just using your arms and your support leg to help if it's too much pressure, rolling from the knee to the glutes. And if you want a little more pressure, you could kind of stack your legs like this. Just looking for any tight spots. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other leg. I can feel there's tension in my calves. We'll get to those next. Good. So the next one, we're going to start to roll up our glutes. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and cross my leg over each other, almost into like this figure four position. Good. Go ahead and switch. For the glutes, I always find like if I tilt, I get a little more pressure instead of just rolling forward and back, tilting to the side. Good. Okay. The next muscle group is going to be our calves, so rolling from the ankles to the back of the knee or top of the calf. And again, you can start with two legs. This is probably going to be the least amount of pressure. If you want more pressure, more weight onto the leg, Go ahead and stack. And right at the top of the calf is where I'm really feeling most tension right now. And go ahead and switch. I wasn't running, but I was sparring on Wednesday, doing some kickboxing sparring. So that's probably why I feel that my calves are a bit tight, because you gotta be light on your feet. Otherwise you get hit, unless you're standing your ground, right? But it's all fun and games. Part of the process. Few more seconds. And for these exercises, you can take as much time as you need, but anywhere from about 30 seconds to a minute is going to be perfect. So really at the top of the calves is where I'm feeling a lot of tension. Good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next part of the routine. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to work on some activation for our glutes. So you're going to want to get a band. If you don't have one, no problem. You can still do the glute bridges without it. But this is going to help get some extra tension on the muscles, so we can work them out a bit better. Right? So from here, now that I'm on my backside, what I'm going to want to do is bridge for 15 repetitions while I'm keeping tension on the band by drawing my knees apart, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start by bringing my heels close to my glutes, and I'm kind of going to make this little V position from my hip angle and my knees, okay? So as I bridge, I'm going to push through my heels, bridge my hips, making sure my glutes are kind of being squeezed right now, so they're contracting. And I'm doing that by bridging, keeping tension on the band, so separating my knees. And as I go down, I'm going down with control, so that way my knees are still keeping tension on the band all the way through, going through the motion of down and up. So go ahead and start. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So for the next exercise, we're going to be doing clamshells. So go ahead and turn on your side. You can stay on the ground, and you can still go through the movement of doing the clamshell, which is opening and closing at the knee using your hips and your glutes, okay? My feet are stacked, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bridge so I can get a little more core in here as well. And from here, I'm gonna open and close for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, go ahead and move to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So now we're going to go ahead and come on down to our backside because we're going to do a second set of this, okay? So going from our glute bridges into our clamshells, back to back for 2 sets. For the glute bridge, we're going to do 15. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Now you can rest like 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So I'm rolling over to my side for my clamshell. And from here, I'm gonna try to keep tension on the band the whole way through. So I'm not gonna bring my knees too close together, okay? So I got my feet stacked, they're slightly bent. I'm on my side. I'm gonna bridge into a side plank. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now with these, you might actually notice it's easier on one side than the other. Go ahead and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So that's gonna be our 2 activation moves for our glutes. So those are gonna be perfect for you. Glute bridge and clamshells back to back. You're gonna definitely feel the burn on those. Okay, so for the next part of the routine, we're gonna go ahead and move into a kneeling lunge, and we're gonna do 5 repetitions. So from here, I'm gonna take a knee, I'm gonna lunge on my left side, and I'm gonna check that I'm balanced and I have like maybe a good angle in my knee line and hip line, so a good L shape in both left and right leg. I'm gonna make sure my posture is kind of tall here. My hands, they're just gonna be on the side, they can be on your hips or off to the side, wherever you'd like to place them. But from here, I'm gonna go ahead and just gently rock forward and back, just stretching out the hip flexor, okay? 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and switch. Again, checking your balance, making sure you got a good angle, your chest is upright, got a nice 90 degrees in each leg, and you feel balanced. And then go ahead and start. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. For the next exercise, you can go ahead and use a chair or a wall or something to help you balance, because we're going to be doing leg swings. We're going to do 10 on each leg, and if you've seen some of the other videos, what we're going to want to do is kick forward, and when I come to this halfway point or the middle, I'm going to go ahead and open up the hip and externally rotate, turning my toes outward. So from here, let's go ahead and start. Swing forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and go into a seated forward fold. So from here, I'm going to actually point my toes, or try to point my toes, because for me, this is a movement that we do during kicking, like when you're throwing a roundhouse kick. So you don't want to kick and hit your toes. You want to get that top of the foot shin area, right? So now I'm going to try to stay long throughout my spine, bending at the waist. And at first, I'm just going to breathe and let gravity do the work. And I'm not overextending, overreaching. So right now I'm actually trying to contract my quads, which should help my hamstrings relax. If you feel any tension in your low back, you can kind of rock side to side a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and reach down for my feet for a little extra pull. And for those of us that we find this is very difficult, you could use a band to help pull you in. Gently come back up. Good. So now we're going to move on to the next exercise. Butterfly position. So go ahead and put the feet together, knees to the side. I'm going to reach my arms forward. And when I'm in this butterfly position, I'm not pushing with my hands here. You can, or you can use weights sometimes. For me, what I want us to try to focus on, or what I try to focus on, is using my abductors to draw my knees to the mat, okay? So my muscles are actively working here, okay? Ready, hold and breathe, go. Over time, you'll notice that you're starting to get stronger in the movement, and you're able to really start to bring the knees down to the mat. For some people, this is super easy and they're super flexible. For others, we have to work at it a little bit each week. One of the main reasons why I started to do more stretching is because, honestly, I just wanted to kick better. I wanted to be able to kick faster, kick higher. But over time, I started to see the benefits of it. Just overall, just being more mobile day to day, through daily movements. It's almost like you feel like you can do anything with your body when you are flexible, but strong, so mobile. We'll go 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. For the next exercise, we're gonna go ahead and drop down to our backside, and then we're gonna go into a glute stretch. So we're gonna wanna take our legs into a figure 4 position, and then reach through, pull your knees towards you, and hold and breathe. We're gonna breathe for 5 deep breaths on each side. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. One more. And release. All right, so for the next exercise, you're gonna go ahead and wanna grab your band and place it above the knee line. And from here, we're gonna go into banded walks laterally. And this is gonna help again with our glute activation. So from here, go ahead and bend in the knees. Nice good base, athletic base. Now from here, we're gonna take 2 steps to the left. And notice how I'm trying to keep tension on the band. And the way I'm doing that is if I'm going left, I'm starting with my left foot or left leg in that direction. And now if I'm going towards my right, what I'm trying not to do is let the band control me and my legs by bringing my knees together. I want to fight that, keep tension on the band. Good, and just taking several small steps laterally. Nice good control, nice good base throughout the legs and knees and hips and back. Once you take several steps, you're gonna start to notice that your glutes are gonna start to burn, which is a good thing because they're working, they're being activated. 10 more seconds. We'll do one more down and back on the mat. And already, I'm definitely feeling a burn. Awesome. Go ahead and come on up. Now we're gonna move on to the next exercise. So for the next exercise, we're gonna hold in a butterfly stretch position, lying down, and we're just gonna breathe. The goal is to relax the body. So go ahead and come on down. Come into this butterfly position. So wide knees, feet together, hands to your side. And for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna breathe 15 times. But to be really nice and relaxed, you can hold this position anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Ready, and begin. Good. Gently go ahead and come back up. Awesome. So hopefully by now you're feeling really relaxed and actually a bit more mobile throughout the lower body, maybe even your low back and hips from all the exercises we've been doing. but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next part of the routine. Okay everyone, the next part of the routine is gonna be optional. If you have a massage gun, go ahead and grab one. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one overall because it's gonna help with your recovery a ton. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and start to use the massage gun for our lower body. To start, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the quad area. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the leg over so I can move into the hamstrings. Now from this angle, you can go ahead and move on to the glutes a little bit here. Good. And the other side. Moving to the hamstring. And the glutes. And good. And for the last exercise, we're gonna go ahead and relax. So we're gonna go ahead and drop down to our backside. I wanna go for a twist, dropping our knees side to side. We're gonna go ahead and do 10 total. Ready, and go. Okay, go ahead and come back center. And time. All right, everyone, that's gonna be it for today's lower body routine. Thank you for joining me today. If you found today's video helpful, make sure to follow for more tips, and I'll see you in the next video.